Welcome back to the Living in Cookeville channel. I'm Casey Farrell, and today we're going to break down Nashville versus Cookeville. Are you stuck deciding which one? Today we're going to break down cost of living, jobs, commute, all of that. Today I have my buddy Seth Melton here, a local realtor at KW. Seth has been living in this area his entire life, and he's moved back, out of town to bigger cities and moved back. Seth, welcome.
Hey, yeah, so, we're talking about Cookeville versus Nashville, so Casey asked me to come on. Previously, before being a realtor, lived in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Asheville, North Carolina for that career. So I got some experience in being in the bigger cities, but when I had my daughter, I decided to move back to Tennessee. So some of the things we'll talk about, I'll cover, and I'll bring a unique perspective of what made me move back to raise my family here.
Yeah, for sure. So like he said, he's been living in this area his entire life. I've known the guy since I was 5. Cost of living in Cookeville versus Nashville. So I want to hear your thoughts about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of twofold for me, right? Nashville, so 45 minutes away is Lebanon. Then right outside that, you got Mount Juliet. Then the closer you get to Nashville, you got your Franklin, Brentwood areas. And those exponentially get more expensive as you go closer to Nashville. So we're talking about even Lebanon's $100,000 more higher price point than us. And then Mount Juliet, you can add on to that. Nashville, you can add on to that. So with the ability to work remotely, I think that's where a lot of people have kind of moved into Cookeville, being the largest micropolis. I think that's the proper term.
Yeah, for sure. So I have clients reaching out to me all the time. So I've talked to one not too long ago, and he has family living in the Nashville area. So my response to that is Cookeville is much more affordable in terms of house pricing. So you can drive the hour and a half, whatever it takes to get to Nashville, Hendersonville, all of that. But live here in Cookeville for a much better cost of living, house price, and all that.
Yeah, and it's also, for me, pace of living. The lesser traffic, as bad as some of our Cookeville people want to think that it is. We're definitely not. We're definitely not there yet.
Well,
to it being
if
on
you
that
go
level.
down Jefferson Avenue on a Friday over by Restaurant Row and all that, of course you're going to hit traffic. But if you're local from around here, you're going to know the back roads and where to go. For sure.
Yeah.
So the housing and real estate we kind of touched. Nashville's real estate is competitive. It has multiple offers. So that's one advantage to moving to Cookeville is there's not that many multiple offer situations anymore. It's not 2020 anymore, So what are your thoughts about that?
No, we're in a pretty good balance right now. Average list of sell price is around 97%. We're seeing a lot of closing costs being covered, which is really the most important probably aspect for a buyer, not having to come out of pocket for that. And not only that, that's probably not coming out of pocket for that. It's probably going to cover their first couple months of mortgage, so they're not stressed out about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're definitely seeing more negotiations.
Closing costs, of course, as well. So, you're getting a lot of closing cost help and assistance in that side. So, definitely a bigger advantage to moving here. Jobs and income in this area. So, we're really blowing up, I think, when it comes to jobs in this area. Academy bought a big factory in here.
Portobello and Baxter brought
exactly.
in their factory. Target Home Depot is currently under construction. I think a few restaurants are going to go out. Rumors of Chewy's and In-N-Out and a couple other locations as well.
For sure. You mentioned earlier about Cookeville being a micropolitan. So I think what I'm hearing, I describe it as a mini Nashville. We have everything like Nashville has, but in a smaller, compressed area for sure.
Yeah, and then you look at Tennessee Tech, one of the probably most affordable colleges, and especially if you're looking for an engineering or a nursing degree, they have 2 highly renowned programs there. The football program had their most successful year.
Yeah, and they're getting a new stadium now too because of it. I do have a buddy that is a professor at Tech in the engineering department, and he said that the growth for Tennessee Tech in the last 10 years is just crazy. You know what I mean? Let's go to the next topic. Traffic and daily, we've already touched that. Lifestyle and entertainment. So I think the west side of Cookeville is, like I was talking about, the mini Nashville. You got the local shops, the local restaurants. You was in the restaurant business. So
so I think the difference here versus Nashville, and of course, I don't have enough experience in Nashville to say, but it's such a go mentality. Your chances of probably getting to know the owner of the local restaurant's probably pretty slim. Right. But here, you can see the local owners working every day who are a part of the community. They do things on a daily basis to try to impact the community in a good way. So I think that's really kind of the huge difference. This is not a dog-eat-dog world in Cookeville. We see these local restaurants support each other, want to have success for each other on a daily basis, and I think that resonates throughout other businesses as well, not just the restaurants, but whether that's a little boutique shop or realtors, just striving for success together.
Yeah, for sure. So if somebody was looking to move to this area, what is one thing that you would tell them about the community of Cookeville that would make them want to move?
Yeah, so for me, again, lived in Knoxville, lived in Nashville. My daughter was born in Nashville, but we wanted her to grow up in this community, same area I grew up in. I'm very fortunate that I have childhood friends that I can count on two hands that I trust. So trying to get her to have that kind of same experience I had, those people you can rely on a daily basis, whether that's friends, family, or connections that you've made throughout the community. Again, we're a community that if you fall down, somebody's going to try to put a hand out to help you back up.
Yeah,
and so that really resonated with me. Obviously, I think there's more opportunities to own homes on land and kind of have that, what seems to be going away, having that acre or two to yourself and things of that nature. So there's a lot of appealing things to me when it comes to Cookeville.
Yeah, for sure. I tell everybody that, in most of my videos, Cookeville has the small town feel. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's super polite. We say things like y'all and yuns. It's a little countryer than most places, but the same lifestyle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And then, if you want to go spend the day in Nashville, it's a short hour and a half drive.
Yeah, hour and a half drive for sure. And then we're close to the airports and all of that. So I think living, especially in the Baxter area, I think they're going to see so much growth. I think living that close to I-40 and that accessible to Nashville is a very, very good place for this area,
Yeah, especially the direction we're coming from. We very seldom hit a lot of traffic going to the airport.
Yeah,
so you're not
100%.
being held up, having to try to time when you're leaving. You can kind of do it on a normal basis.
Yeah. Who do you think each city is best for? So like Nashville would probably be best for somebody that likes that nightlife kind of feel, the Broadway kind of feel. And Cookeville would probably be the slower pace, family aspect kind of life.
Yeah, kind of like we talked about. If you're kind of wanting to get to know the local communities, the owners, the mayor, things of that nature, I think that's much more. You want to be able to see your impact in the community.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a good way to describe it. If you want to see the impact you could have in the community, Cookeville's a good area. In Nashville, that's going to be a little bit harder for you to penetrate and make it known. But in this community, as we continue to grow, especially in the outskirts right outside of Cookeville, whether that be Baxter, Sparta, Rickman, Livingston, there's a lot of opportunities there for you to impact in a very noticeable way within the community.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because I did a video on Livingston last couple weeks ago, and what you can buy in Cookeville and what you can buy in Livingston, it's just two different price points. And that's the same with Nashville. What you can buy in Nashville and what you can buy in Cookeville, it's just way different,
drastically different. And, as you went back to earlier, the remote job, if you can find something where you're only having to go into work 1 to 3 times a week and cut down on that commute, meanwhile maintaining your Nashville salary with the Cookeville cost of living, that's a really good way to look at it as well.
Yeah, for sure. Before we get into anything else, if you are looking to move to Cookeville, call this number, 931-510-2328. Days, nights, weekends, it doesn't matter. I want to be the guy that you call when you're looking to make a move here. Seth, a couple more questions here before we finish up. We touched on the lifestyle, we touched on the traffic, we touched all that. What do you think the best neighborhoods, let's say top 3 to top 5 neighborhoods in Cookeville, if you were looking to move here today, what would you go for?
Yeah, so for me, I like to golf, so White Plains would be a big 100%. Area for me.
I lived there years ago, and just being able to walk around the neighborhood, the golf course, is just perfect, for a family as well.
Yeah, and it's a tight-knit community as well. A lot of those people hang out together, know each other, again, wish well for each other. Hickory Flats, another great area.
Most people would say Hickory Flats is probably the number 1 neighborhood in Cookeville, I would think, but it's a higher price point too than our median average.
Yeah.
So
the other one, probably a big one, but homes probably don't become available as much, would be Capshaw Woods.
Very, very sought out area, but my last 7 years in real estate, or whatever, how long I've been in real estate, I've not sold a house in that area.
No,
because they don't come available.
They don't come available
often.
That community's, again, tight knit, and it's just, if you're there, you want to stay there because you're not going to find that elsewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Those would probably be my top 3.
Yeah. For affordability, I would think the Reserve. So that is an area that's just blowing up right now. How many homes are in there? Do you know?
I don't know. I know.
I can't count them. Can you?
They're building them faster than I can count.
Yeah, so that is one that it's very affordable. I think it's somewhere between the 300 to 450 range.
Yeah,
I would think. So if you're looking to move, that definitely fits the mold for families. Accessibility to like the stores and all the shopping and everything like that too, don't it?
Yeah, you're going to be within 5 to 10 minutes of pretty much anything in all those neighborhoods we named, some of them closer than others, but you're never going to be far away from getting access to what you immediately need.
Yeah, 100%. And the Baxter area, I did a video on it. I think it's going to explode in 2026. So D.R. Horton built a big neighborhood there. I think it's called Baxter Crossroads. Is that right?
Yeah.
So they have some affordable homes in that area.
Got that there, and then I believe actually, again, wishing well for. I think one of our local realtors helped get a grant to help develop the square in downtown there to kind of revitalize Baxter.
Oh man, that would be awesome.
As we continue to grow, again, we have people who are trying to make an impact in these areas to make it better for the community and the people that want to move here.
100%. I was showing Baxter last week. So Baxter right now, if you think of it as a suburb of Cookeville, but it's so spread out. Like you can go all the way down to Burgess Falls and the Twin Oaks area, Windercliff, and all of that. So Cookeville definitely has a lot of different areas to where you don't feel like you're living in a big city, and I think that's an advantage to moving here, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, like my personal home's right on the outskirts of Cookeville, and it feels like I'm 30 minutes away to 45 minutes away, but it really, I'm at the office in 15 to 20 minutes.
For sure. The last thing I really want to touch on is like, I touched on it in my videos, and I kind of done a map video of it, but the Upper Cumberland, Cookeville is the central hub for it. So, like we said, going to Livingston, Gainesboro, Baxter, and even Crossville and Smithville, they're still considered the Upper Cumberland.
Yeah, and I mean, again, as we talked about golf, Crossville is the golf capital of Tennessee with several courses there, so you have access to that. We just had a new golf simulator open up local, so you can play.
I did a video about that. Dude, we need to go into these places, though, and then just show people like the videos of what Cookeville is becoming. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, I know Nashville got is it the Tiger Woods, what's it called, Pop Smoke kind of thing?
Pop Stroke.
Pop Smoke is a singer, my bad. Yeah, but Pop Stroke, so that's cool if you want to live downtown Nashville, but you still got that an hour away, so it's not like that bad. Well, Seth, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today. I love getting a different perspective than my own and giving it to my audience.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
Like I said, if you're looking to move to Cookeville, reach out to me days, nights, weekends, 931-510-2328. I'd love to be the guy that you call when you're thinking about making a move here. Y'all have a good day.